Absolutely.
And so leading people is often complex.
Yes.
Complex. So how do you not go crazy?
Okay. Let me go back. But there's a couple of answers to that, or couple responses to that. How do you not go crazy? Go back to Bible college.
Mhm.
I took a class called Pastoral Ministries. And the teacher of that class was Guy Groff was his name. G-U-I Groff, Guy Groff.
Mm.
And Guy Groff was our pastoral ministries teacher. And Guy Groff said to us one day in class, he says, "Man, I want you to, when you get into church ministry, you need to wear the people and wear the thing, the challenges,
Yeah.
like a loose fitting garment."
Yeah.
And he said, you need to be able, when things get so out of whack and crazy, you need to be able to slip out of your jacket.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, huh, okay, okay. But when I got into it, I realized that I don't want to put it. As a pastor, you get into it because you love people. As a pastor, you get into it because you care about people.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
pastor, you get into it
Correct.
because you're connected to people. And
Correct.
so that's what gets most leaders, is because they do care. And so you have to develop a healthy ability to create distance.
Mm.
And that may sound oxymoronic. How can you be a good pastor if you do it? But if you don't learn how to create distance, you will burn yourself out. You will drive yourself crazy. You will a whole lot of stuff. And so I think that's how I don't, is that I've learned over, and again, it didn't happen the first time, didn't happen the first year, didn't happen.
Yeah.
I went back to Guy Goff's class in my mind at some point, in my leadership, and I went back and said, "Whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here?"
Yeah.
The pressure, the stress, the sleepless nights, all those things.
Yeah.
And I remember one day I had this thought in my head, and it was this: give everybody 72 hours to live in your head,
Wow.
and after that, they get eviction papers.
Wow. Wow. So you learn not to let them live rent free in your head, they say.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've I'm seeing that, and I felt guilty about that
Hmm.
because I always would say, how do you pass the people? Oh, the shepherd has to be among the sheep.
Right.
And then I got to the point so far in where I realized, and I said, I can see why people, those preachers preach and then slide out the side
Out
door
the
and
side door.
don't come back until the next day or the next week. And I said, okay, sometimes it's not arrogance, sometimes it's not
Right.
ego, sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's
Pain. Yeah.
wounds, sometimes it's dealing with the disappointments that you see in yourself and in other people,
Yeah.
especially when it's really close to you. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of people who are not in Christian leadership, church leadership, that has to do more with the people, dealing with the people, don't have an appreciation for the effect
Mm.
that humans have on us. You
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.